Hello and welcome to another live stream from my series going from Alaska to Northern California, maybe even further south. And we are going ORBX style. This means we are in fully fledged ORBX regions most of the time, or like I hope 99% of the time. And yeah, we are currently situated at, I think it's called Auburn Municipal Airport, just south of Seattle. And what I want to do with you today is I want to head a little bit further southeast, and I want to pass by Mount Rainier National Park and then maybe find a beautiful field to land there, just see where our journey today takes us. So we just parked our beautiful old-timer convertible here, and we are going to just walk up, well, wait a minute, walk up to our airplane that we will be using today. I have to center the view first. This is a bit, yeah, a bit fiddly here. And you can see it's the wonderful Cessna 182, and it's the Coronado version. I just reactivated it out of the depths of my hard drive, and we are going to, oh, there's already someone sitting in there, but we'll just push him out and get rid of all the static elements and start this baby. So yeah, in case anything is wrong with the stream, let me check. Audio, video, anything, just let me know. Just write it in the chat. If you have any questions, as always, I'll be happy to answer them in the chat. And we will see if we can actually start this thing up. So beacon lights, navigation lights, mixture full rich, fuel pump, 1 or 2 seconds, okay. Throttle. All right, and start the engine and advance the mixture. Here we go. Avionics on. It's going to be a course of approximately 112, so we'll aim for a cruising altitude of, yaw damper flight director, cruising altitude of, let's say, we'll start with 7,500. We have to aim a little bit high because of Mount Rainier, because of that area. Yeah. Course will be approximately 112, so we'll already dial that in. Heading mode, altitude, oh, altitude, come on, 7,500. All right, taxi lights, flaps 1. And I think we are good to go. Oh, no, I forgot. Weather, I should load up the weather first. And we'll see if we'll take off to the north on runway 34 or to the south on runway 16. All right. So let's start our taxi. Wind 010 at 11 knots. This means we will take runway 34 for our takeoff and then turn south. Landing lights, strobe lights, fuel pump. I just want to check if we can do a run up here. Normally you wouldn't do that on the runway, but I just want to check if you can do it in this airplane. So RPM 1600. What is wrong with the sound? What is wrong? Okay. Left. Okay. Both. Okay. Right. It actually works. Okay. So here we go. Sixteen. Rotate. All right. And flaps up. Fuel pump off. Landing light or taxi light off. Landing light off. And I'll try to switch on the autopilot. This is the communication, I think. So vertical speed is dropping, but it's still okay. Gonna reduce the RPMs a little bit and the throttle. And she's climbing. Okay, looks perfect. And I am going to switch the communications. Yeah, should be better with the sound. Okay, so we are on our way. We're aiming, as I said, for a cruising altitude of 7,500 initially, and we'll just see if that is sufficient. And I think you can already see Mount Rainier in the distance. Do you see it? It's just in a little bit in the haze, but eventually it will come up, and we're going to head directly for it. So let's check how high Mount Rainier actually is. Let me check this. Pretty damn high. It is, wow, 4,000 meters. So let me check. It's 13,000 feet. Wow, this is really, really high. So we won't be able. Let's see. Well, I'll check. We are in a Cessna CT-182T. Let me check this. I should have technical specifications. Yeah, but I want to have the turbocharged model. Let me check if I can find something here. Coronado. Okay, this one, the performance tables go up to 20,000 feet. Service ceiling 18,000 feet, so we can do it. Okay, so let's, let's climb to 14,000 feet in that case. Actually, it will be, let me check. Actually, it will be 15,500 because of our course, and we will head directly to Mount Rainier. And we will see if we will be able to make it. Wow, this was a little bit of turbulence here. We have climbed over the haze now. Okay, we'll take some time until we reach that altitude. I hope we will be able to make the climb, because Mount Rainier is coming up faster than I expected. Don't forget to lean the mixture when you're at this altitude, or generally flying at higher altitudes. Pitot heat on. And 9,000. We will soon be passing 10,000 feet, so we'll switch the oxygen on. And if you look closely, you can actually see the glaciers coming down. This is one. I think it's the Carbon Glacier. And I think this is another one. This is the Russell Glacier. It's really beautiful to see, and I think this one, I don't know exactly, but this is a small lake. And this is one of the advantages if you're flying in a full-fledged ORBX region. This is the fact that you have those details. I tell you, if we'll make it, it's going to be a damn close one. But I don't think we'll be able to make it directly. I think I'll have to make a 360. Yeah, definitely. Another layer of haze coming up here. Okay, now it looks like that we will be able to make it. I hope. "1,000 feet to go." Passing 13,000 feet. Come on, you can do it. And we will go directly over the peak. I am sorry, I got it wrong. We're going to do another turn because I read it incorrectly. The elevation is 14,400 and I misread. I read the prominence. The prominence is 13,000 feet, 13,200 feet. Yeah, my mistake. I was wondering because I thought that we wouldn't be able to make it. So another 360 until we pass 14,400 feet, and then we will be able to pass the peak. And you can see this beautiful glacier here just below us. Looks amazing if you ask me. $14,300, and we are over the Russell Glacier. Yeah, there you go. There's a glacier, here's a glacier, and the peak is coming up now. Welcome to Mount Rainier. Going directly over the peak. Take a look at this beauty. Wow. I'd say this is more than impressive. Look at the ridges here. Glacier here, wonderfully modeled. And there should be even more glaciers coming up here, like this big one here, and Yeah, and this ridge going down here. Cathedral rocks here. I think it's some of this. And we have to begin our descent because it will take us a long time to bleed off this altitude. So let's go down to 5,000 feet. And I already have a beautiful airport that I just recently visited in mind that we can head to. And it should already be, no, it's not in sight yet, but, well, it is. The lake is in sight. I think it's this, no, it's not, I'm sorry. Yeah, this lake. It is this lake. Just have to follow this one, and the airfield is just here. It also has a very, very high elevation. It is has an elevation of 2,959 feet. It's Teton State Rimrock, and it's grass runway with 753 meters, 43 meters wide, and we will land there. Alright, so we have to bleed off a lot of altitude. I will go to 4,000 feet or 3,800, which is 800 feet above field. So take a look back at Mount Rainier. Take a look at this huge beast. Wow. Amazing. And by beast, I just mean that in a positive way. Wonderful. Okay, so we did it. We made the climb with 2 360s, but yeah, doesn't matter. Actually, I'm quite surprised by the performance of this Cessna. It is a supercharged version of the Skyhawk, and it's pretty well performing. Actually, I never thought that I would be going up to 15,500 feet with such an airplane. Alright, so we'll follow this lake here. Okay, passing 10,000 feet, switch on the landing lights and taxi lights, and switch off the oxygen. Weather update. There should be a road right below us. Yeah, there it is. And as I always say, this is the big fun when you're doing flights like this in a fully fledged region, the fact that you can really do some VFR flying just like in the real world, like real pilots do with dead reckoning. And you really have to practice that because believe me, someday if you do a lot of VFR flying in FSX or prepared or even X-plane, you will find that you will need these skills just to orient yourself. I mean, we just rely too much on GPS and all the electronics, the nice stuff that we are so used to. But imagine when you're in an airplane and the alternator fails or you don't have any more electric power, what will you do? And that's the time where you immediately switch back like 50 years in aviation, and then you will have to rely on dead reckoning, and that's very hard. If you don't practice that from time to time, you will have a very, very hard time. You really have to grab some paper maps. I mean, try that. You can just fly somewhere the best way would be to fly in an area you know, and then switch off all the navigation aids, don't use any GPS systems, and just print out some maps of the area, I mean, of course, some aeronautical maps, but print them out and try to find your way. And you will see that it is very, very, very hard to do. Okay, we are getting too low here, so I'm stopping the descent at 6,500. Okay, I wonder, is this lake higher than the others? I think it is. So what I do now is, I mean, of course I'm using my map and everything, but what I really do now is I'm orienting myself with these rivers, lakes, roads. So actually where we are flying here, there should be a road. You can see it. It's a road here, and it just winds its way down this this mountain, and there should be those lakes that we just passed. And I wonder if there's a waterfall here. No, it isn't. Okay. I mean, no, there isn't. And we will just follow the south shore of this lake, and this will take us directly to our destination airport. So we'll just descend a little more. You can see it here on the map. Lake, south shore, follow the south shore, and whoop, you're at the airport. Alright, so descend to 3,600, that should suffice. We have to follow the south part of the lake here, as you can see in the GPS map. Okay, taking over manual control now. Okay. Fuel pump on. Slow down. Hold the altitude. And flaps 1. Flaps 2, field in sight. I'm aiming for an approach speed of approximately 70 knots. All right. So welcome to Teton State. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Teton State Airport, and we're going to park just next to the windsock. Fuel pump off. Pitot heat off. Landing lights off. Strobe light off. Flaps are already up. Yeah, so that was a fun leg, I think, with passing Mount Rainier. And we're just going to park here, switch off the engine, switch on the avionics, all the lights, and the battery, and here we are again with our avatar. I wonder if, let me check if I can change the avatar. I can change, that's cool. Ha, from Aerosoft. The free avatars, I downloaded them, you can do so too. They are free, and it's a nice touch to not having to look at the same avatar all the time. So I thank you very, very much for being with me in this live stream. As always, in case you have any questions, just ask them here in the chat or in the comments. And I hope to see you next time when we continue our journey to California in fully fledged ORBX regions. Many thanks again for watching this, and till the next time, as always, happy landings.